That was some tough play out there. Everyone played so hard, so well. There was so much passion in those matches. It was great. I love watching everything happen back here. But it is time for Alliance selection. And so we have all of our Alliance representatives over there meeting with some of our lovely volunteers. After everything's over, we would like a drive team member from the Alliance captains teams to come down for the meeting over on the blue side of the field. But we do have a video to roll to kind of explain the whole Alliance selection process. Let's go ahead and take a look at that.
The top 8 teams move into the team captain positions of the playoff alliances. The number 1 team can select any team at the event to join their alliance. If the selected team declines the invitation, then another team is chosen until one accepts. Suppose Alliance 2 selects Alliance 4, but Alliance 4 declines and Alliance 2 selects another team which accepts. It's now Alliance 3's turn, but the same rule applies. Alliance 4 is not available, so Alliance 3 has to select another team from the available pool. And the next alliance can select any available team that hasn't declined an invitation. This process continues through Alliance 8. Notice that a previously unavailable team has become an alliance captain. At this point, any remaining team that has declined an invitation is not eligible to participate in the playoffs because they can't be selected. Alliance 8 now picks their 3rd team member from the remaining available teams. Alliance 7 picks their 3rd team member, and so on, all the way back to the number 1 alliance. All alliances are now full, so alliance selection is complete. But the next several teams need to be prepared to serve as backup teams if one of the selected teams can no longer compete. Listen for an announcement for how many teams will be asked to serve as backups. And be sure to let the head referee know if your team accepts that responsibility. Let's start our alliance selection.
All right, so like the video said, we're going to call out all of our seeded teams, starting with 8 making our way to 1. And then we're going to start the alliance selection going back down to 8, back up to 1. I'm going to be running all over the field, getting my steps in today. Whew. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start bringing out our teams, starting with our current ranked 8th seed, Team 997.
From Corvallis High School in Corvallis, Oregon, Team 997 is Spartan Robotics.
All right, our next team, our 7th seed, is 2930.
From Snohomish High School and Glacier Peak High Schools in Snohomish, Washington, Team 2930, the Sonic Squirrels.
Our 6th seed team is 4911.
Out of Kings High School in Shoreline, Washington, Team 4911, the Cyber Knights.
Moving into our 5th seed, it's 1595.
From just down the road in Spokane, Washington, and the St. George's School, Team 1595, the Dragons.
Our 4th seed team is 2147.
Also from Spokane, Washington, and West Valley High School, Team 2147, Chuck.
All right, bringing out our 3rd seed is Team 2471.
From Discovery High School, Camas High School, Washougal High School, and Hawkinson High School in Camas, Washington, Team 2471, Team Mean Machine.
And our 2nd ranked team is 2976.
From Skyline High School in Sammamish, Washington, the Sparta Bots.
All right, now bringing out our 1st ranked team is 2910.
From Henry M. Jackson High School in Mill Creek, Washington, in their 14th season of first competition, Team 2910 is Jack in the Bot.
All right. So we have all of our teams out on the field, so we're going to go ahead and start with our selection process here. So Team 2910, who would you like to invite to your alliance?
Team 2910 would like to graciously invite Team 4911 to our alliance.
Team 4911, the Cyber Knights.
Team 4911 accepts your gracious offer.
All right, so now what this means is we are going to shift up our teams from the back and bring out another team to fill our 8th seed, and that is going to be Team 4488.
From Hillsboro, Oregon, and Glencoe High School, Team 4488, Shockwave.
All right, so we'll keep going on with our selection process. Team 2976, who would you like to invite?
Team 2976 would like to graciously invite Team 2046 to our alliance.
Team 2046 from Maple Valley, Washington, and Tahoma High School is Bare Metal.
Team 2046 accepts your gracious offer.
Okay, Team 2471, who would you like to invite today?
Team 2471 would like to invite Team 4488 to join our alliance.
From Glencoe High School, Team 4488, Shockwave.
Team 4488 graciously accepts.
All right, and that means to fill our 8th seed, we will bring out Team 955.
Team 955 from Crescent Valley High School in Corvallis, Oregon, CV Robotics.
Okay, and Team 2147, who would you like to invite to your alliance?
Team 2147 would like to invite Team 2930 to join our alliance.
Team 2930, the Sonic Squirrels.
Team 2930 respectfully declines.
Hey, that is completely fine. So who would you like to invite as your next alliance?
Team 2147 would like to invite Team 5827 to join our alliance.
Team 5827 from Kirkland, Washington, and Lake Washington High School, code Purple.
Team 5827 gratefully accepts.
All right. All right, and just to clarify what just happened here, so they can still choose teams to join their own alliance, but they cannot be chosen by any team that is higher up on them on the seating list. So we will now keep moving forward with 1595. Who would you like to invite to your alliance?
Okay. Team 1595, the Dragons, would like to graciously invite Team 4089, Stealth Robotics, to be a part of our alliance.
From Cedar Crest High School in Duval, Washington, Team 4089, Stealth Robotics.
Team 4089 graciously accepts.
All right. Team 2930, who would you like to invite to your alliance?
Team 2930. Okay. Team 2930 would like to invite Team 3636 to join our alliance.
Team 3636 from Grant High School in Portland, Oregon, the Generals.
Team 3636 gratefully accepts.
All right, Titan Robotics, who would you like to invite to your alliance today?
I'm Spartan Robotics.
Spartan, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, even with glasses, I'm blind. All right, well, so I'm so sorry, Spartan Robotics. Who would you like to invite?
Spartan Robotics Team 997 would like to invite Team 7034 to be determined.
Team 7034 from West Lynn High School in West Lynn, Oregon, to be determined.
Team 7034 graciously accepts.
All right, Team 955, who would you like to invite to your alliance today?
Team 955 would like to invite Team 2990.
Team 2990 from Turner, Oregon, Hotwire Robotics.
Team 2990 accepts your gracious offer.
All right. So we are going to just give them a couple moments here to go through all of the long notes that they have from all the hard scouting that they've done over the weekend. And I'm just going to send out a couple reminders that we do, at the end of Alliance selection, want a representative from the Alliance captain team to come down on the drive team to meet on the blue side of the field before you disperse for lunch. We also want all of the representatives for the teams over on the red side right now to stick around, because we will need to identify our backup teams. I believe we will be doing 8 teams. 8 teams. So if they could all stick around so we can identify those backup teams. And then as soon as each alliance has their 3 members down here, we have an amazing photographer who is going to be capturing pictures for memories, who's been doing it all weekend. And if you want access to any of those pictures, there is a Flickr account for First Washington where you can download any of them you want. He's pretty good, so I suggest you do it. Now this is a turnaround process, so they do need a lot of time to go through all the things that they have there. Each other alliance has a little bit more time, so we want to make sure that we give them an appropriate amount to go through everything and match everything up. That's some great enthusiasm out there. Yes, let's go ahead. Yeah, let's keep that going. Yeah. And it looks like they're ready, so who would you like to invite to close off the 8-seat alliance?
Team 955
And Team 2990
would like to invite Team 360.
Team 360 from Bellarmine Preparatory School in Tacoma, Washington, the Revolution.
Team 360 gratefully accepts.
And we have our 8-seat alliance.
Go ahead and smile for your picture, and then you can grab your armband.
We're just giving just a moment. All right, we're turning this into a thing. So who's excited for lunch? Who's excited for playoffs after lunch? See, what else can I ask if we're excited for? Someone's excited to go. Who's excited for their own bed? Oh, that does sound nice. We've had a lot of volunteers running around for 6 weeks, and I know there's some who've only had a few days in their own bed this entire month. So let's go ahead and give them a round of applause one more time. I'm going to always thank our volunteers. Does anybody have a good joke? They all come at once. I heard a knock knock. Okay, we have one. Okay. Okay, they're ready, so I'll come back to your joke, I promise. All right, 7th Seed Alliance, who would you like to invite?
Team 7034.
And Team 997 would like to graciously invite Team 1899.
Team 1899 from Interlake High School in Bellevue, Washington, Saints Robotics.
Team 1899 graciously accept your offer.
All right, and we now have our 7th Seed Alliance. All right, who would you like to invite to the 6th Seed Alliance?
Team 3636 and Team 2930 would like to invite Team 2990 to join our alliance.
Team 2990 Hotwire Robotics
So
was the
they've already
first
been
choice
picked.
of the number 8 Alliance.
Sorry about that. Team 3636.
And Team 2930 would like to invite Team 3674 to join our alliance.
Team 3674, a 4-H team from the Battleground School District in Battleground, Washington, the 4-H Cloverbots.
Team 364 graciously accepts.
And we now have our 6th Seed Alliance. So moving on to our 5th seed, who would you like to invite today?
Team 1595
And Team 4089.
would like to graciously invite Team 3663 CPR to join us.
Team 3663 from Cedar Park Christian Schools in Bothell, Washington, Cedar Park Robotics, CPR.
Team 3663 graciously accepts.
And we now have half of our teams.
Okay.
They do need a moment. So what is your joke?
A knight and a Viking walk into a bar. They had helmets, I ducked.
All right. We do need to move on with Alliance selection. So if you find me in the pits at any point, I'd love to hear your jokes, though. I need material for when I'm up here. All right. So who would you like to invite to finish off the 4th Seed Alliance today?
Team 2147
And Team 5827.
would like to invite Team 2557 to join our alliance.
From the Industrial Design and Engineering and Art High School, Science and Math Institute of the Tacoma School of the Arts in Tacoma, Washington, Team 2557, the Soda Bots.
Team 2557 gratefully accepts.
And we now have our 4th seed.
You guys ready?
All right. Who would you like to invite to finish off the 3rd Seed Alliance?
Team 4488.
And Team 2471 would like to invite Team 2522.
Team 2522 from Linwood, Washington and Linwood High School, Royal Robotics.
Team 2522 accepts your gracious offer.
And there's our 3rd Seed Alliance. Okay, so they need a moment, and I did remember, I do have a joke about pizza if you guys wanted to hear it. Nah, it's a little cheesy. I think I'll save it for later. I'm not sure if people got it or not. Oh, we're phoning a friend. My first phone a friend. This is so exciting. All right, so while they speak with their teams about who to invite, I did just want to clarify that after Alliance selection is over, we will be picking up the very first match of our playoffs at 12:30, which means robots need to be on the field and ready right about 12:25. So we're going to kick things off right at 12:30. We'll have about an hour for lunch, and then we'll really get the ball rolling and have a great rest of our weekend. Following that, we will have our closing ceremonies, and that's kind of the play out of the rest of our day. So I'm going to check back in with our team and see where we're at. We have another joke.
So, what's the trick to making a ship pun? Well, you see, it's all in the delivery.
Ba-boom. Hey guys, are there any suggestions out there for who they should pick? All right, who would we like to invite for the second seed alliance?
Team 2046.
And Team 2976 would like to invite Team 488 to our alliance.
Team 488 from Franklin High School in Seattle, Washington, Team XBot.
Team 488 is grateful to accept this offer.
All right, we now have our second seed alliance. So we'll now check in with our first seed. Who would you like to invite to your alliance today?
Team 4911.
and Team 2910 okay, would like to graciously invite Team, oh my God, sorry, 3218 to our alliance.
Team 3218 from Bonnie Lake High School in Bonnie Lake, Washington, Panther Robotics.
Team 3218 gratefully accepts your offer.
All right, so we now have all of our teams and alliances selected, but reminder, we do want our representatives to stay over on the red side of the field because we do need to find our backup teams. But if we could have a captain team member who is on the drive team just make their way down to the field, we're gonna have a meeting with all of them over on the blue side. We'll go ahead and see you after lunch. Again, reminder, match is starting at 12:30, so robots need to be on the field by 12:25.